Okay, let's do a quick visual condition report, starting with the front right wheel here. These are BC forged wheels. Now you're gonna have a few minor scuffs here and there from just everyday washing, but I don't see any curb rash. You're gonna have a few rock chips here on the fender. And you're gonna have your everyday washing like surface scuffs and scratches, but I don't see any gashes on that fender. You do have some rock chips on this side mirror, as well as rock impacts, some of them that just put little indentions. That A-pillar looks good. You're gonna have a few rock impacts up here. I'm not seeing any chips that stand out. Here on the weather stripping around that door handle, you can see a little piece there is missing. A couple little chips on the door edge. Now you do have PPF here protecting this section. It does have some impacts on it. And then you're gonna see some kind of scattered throughout this section. I don't see any rock chips that really stand out though, that are big. Looking on this wheel, we do have some gashes right there. Almost looks like from mounting it of some sort. I don't see any other curb rash. Do see a little gash right there though. Overall, that quarter panel looks good. Looking at the headlights, they're a little cloudy in a couple spots, and then these are cloudy, and you're going to see the rock impacts throughout. You can see just a few there, and of course this front end is going to have rock chips and rock impacts. I'll try to notate the ones that really stand out. A lot of them have been touched up, it looks like. Got a handful here and there. You are going to have some curb rash here on that lower side. Looks like a spot right there. You can see that headlight's pretty clear, a little hazy in some spots. And then this has a little cloudiness to it. A couple chips there. Those side markers look really good though. Then looking at this fender, I do see a gash here that's been touched up. And it is peppered with some rock chips here and there. Most of them which look like they've been touched up. This did have some curb rash, it looks like, but it was touched up. A little bit of curb rash here. All very minor though. Looking at this mirror, you're gonna see some rock impacts. A couple impacts there. Overall though, that door looks good. A little scratch here, some chips on the edge. Of course, you got the PPF there protecting it, but the upper side has sustained some rock chips. Most of these have been touched up. Looking at this wheel, overall looks really good. That taillight looks really clear. Back bumper looks good. Here on the back right taillight, underneath it, you can see some paint is missing here. The rest of that rear bumper looks nice though. So everything I found was really just kind of subtle scuffs, scratches, rock chips. I didn't see any major body damage. Looking at the interior, it is a non-smoker. Here on the upper side, you got a few small scuffs. Some scuffs here on the plastic. And then you're gonna see some scuffs and scratches here on the door handle. Around this area, that carpet looks good. Here on the trim, a few minor scuffs, and then some on the plastic. That bolster looks good. Now we do have some chips here. The rest of that bolster looks good. Got some scuffs here on that edge, and then you're going to see some here on the plastics, as well as the e-brake handle. A little bit of scuffs right here. The rest of that steering wheel looks good. Got the Kenwood screen. Those buttons look nice. And then looking at this door panel, got a few scuffs every once in a while. Got one right there, a couple here on the handle, a little bit on that plastic. You're gonna see some little scuffs on the kick plate here, as well as this plastic trim. You have some wrinkling here. Looks like it's almost cracking in a couple spots, but not quite. That bolster looks really good. You have some scuffs here. Looking at the floor mat, you can see some carpet is missing, as well as right there on the edge. You have some scuffs throughout the glove box. Looking at the back here, that top side looks really good. And then looking at the seats, that leather looks good. A couple minor scuffs. Few small scuffs here and there, but otherwise very, very clean back here. Okay, we're gonna go for a quick drive.